Okay, that's the basic rotation of Blade Dancer, and so the main focus of Blade Dancer after this buff, the new buff in C, is that you don't need to use Breeze Call's dance that much, because before it's like you need to spam it to maintain your buff. Now the buff duration have been increased to 20 seconds, so you can just use this and wait for like 20 seconds later to use it again. This is like the most important buff for Blade Dancer. The other buff that is Static Dance. This one, when the golem's HP is over like 70%, you should be using the Attack Dance, which is this one, the Minotaur Dance. I'm doing. I forgot to use the Elf Dance. You should use the Elf Dance when the golem's HP is lower than 70%, which is the left click. This one. And then another buff is the Phantom Guard buff. It's also pretty useful because it increases your super armor a lot. So yeah, that's about the buff of Blade Dancer. And the main rotation is usually just misstep isn't like needed in like when you are playing in Nest, because usually you have other classes to do the increased damage debuff for you. So what you want to do is first use Breeze Call Dance, then use Grace Dance and Sweet Circle to gain bubbles. And when you are at 8 bubbles, you need to use your main skills, which is the CM3, Fancy Turn plus Play Step, and then the other one, Hurricane Gust. You can use Hurricane Gust by itself or use it with Twinkle Spin. I usually like to use it with Twinkle Spin because you can deal like evade like stomps and stuff like that. Yeah. And the third main skill is the Elegant Storm. But some problem with Elegant Storm is like what you see in the rotation, that sometimes it deals like no damage at all. So this one isn't like in high priority, but this one is useful when you want to hit the boss while the boss is doing mechs and stuff. It's very useful because it gives you like a very good super armor, and also the damage received when casting the skill is reduced by 30%. With the Phantom Guard, it's reduced by 50% total, and then with Breeze Call Dance is like 74%. So it's pretty good in like high level. You will be able to tank some of the damage by using this Elegant Storm. Yeah. So that's the 3 main skill you'll want to use. A basic combo will be like this. And then you use Hurricane Gust. Reset CD, Elegant Dance. And then you can use the main skills again. Yeah, that's simply like what the combo should look like. The main skill is like the top 2 skill is Hurricane Gust and Play Step. First skill usually should be Elegant Storm, but if you don't use Elegant Storm that much, it will be Grace Dance. And the other stuff will be just the filler skills you use to recover CD. So what you can see from what I just did is that when I get like 8 bubbles, the next time I use Sweet Circle or Grace Dance, my bubbles will be back to 0. And by CM, what's the CM? Yeah, by CM1, Blade Dance type skill will be increased the action speed will be increased by 20% and the cooldown will be covered by 60%. The 20% isn't the main focus here. It's the cooldown by 60% is the main focus here. So you need to make sure you put all your main skills, like Step, Hurricane Gust, and maybe Elegant Storm. Elegant Storm isn't that important because it's mostly used as tanking skill. So just make sure that when you get 8 bubbles, you need to maintain you need to immediately use your two main skills. If possible, also use Elegant Storm before resetting. Yeah, that's pretty much all about Blade Dancer. She's pretty like OE, just like in the bubble control thingy. Like OE's Flash Tempest is like Blade Dancer's Hurricane Ghost, Blade Step, and Elegant Storm. Yeah, you just need to remember when you get into like 8 bubbles, need to spam those 3 skills. Then so the next time you get 10 bubbles, you will have the CD reduction. Usually like 2 rounds of CD reduction will give you back your main skill CD already. And that's probably around only like 10 seconds, according to Squall Faker. Yeah, it's a pretty easy class to do in Golem, but in combat she's pretty hard because most of her skill has like very short attack range and attack area, and you need to take good use of the iframe by Squall Faker. So when you use skills, you can just use Squall Faker to cancel it. But the problem with canceling with Squall Faker is that if you didn't hit the boss with Squall Faker when you are doing the canceling thingy, you will lose DPS. Because when you don't hit Squall Faker, the skill won't reset. But this is also a very good dodging skill. So if you want to deal like very good DPS, you need to make sure that when you are using the dodging, which is when you are casting the skill, if you use spacebar, you will do the Squall Faker action immediately, and you will have a short iframe for that. Yeah, short iframe for that. And also another way of using Blade Step is to use the iframe version, which is a very long iframe, but it has lower damage than the CN3 version. Yeah, that's pretty much all about Blade Dancer. Okay, thanks for watching. See you next time.